I refuse to have discussions about whether our classroom doors lock or whether they open in or out, single point entry, or making sure we don't prop open doors. This is all a form of victim blaming that we should not participate in. Schools are not the problem. Politicians who make decisions that hurt children and schools are the problem.
A former school teacher of mine posted this, and it really got me thinking. Why not? First, I don't understand why there is such a partisan pushback on the idea of doors that open from the inside but not from the outside. Such doors are fairly standard on secure buildings, easy to escape in an emergency, difficult to get into without permission. Obviously, in a perfect world, a school would never have to be a secure building. But we don't live in a perfect world, so what is the unbearable cost that this policy would impose? Second, why is any mention of the fact that victims have the opportunity to play an active role in their own lives, victim blaming? I started a small business a few years ago. I bought a used Nissan and rented it out online. The very first person to rent it hit a deer. Insurance paid out, but I was assured by the website that the renter was legally liable to pay the insurance deductible. She never did. The company I rented through had no interest in enforcing the policy, so I was invited to wade through the court system myself. Instead, I purchased a new car to rent out and proceeded to be taken advantage of by 3 more renters. Don't worry about me, I still made net profit. But, had I collected all the money I was legally owed, my profit would have been approximately 3 times what it was. I received a great deal of excellent advice from my father over the course of that experiment. Follow up with people, be annoying, when it's your money on the line. Take steps to protect your investments, don't rely on strangers. Don't trust anyone's word, especially if there is no immediate and visceral repercussion for breaking it. This is good advice. It is not blaming me for the fact that 4 people broke legally binding contracts with me and walked away scot-free. The fact that they stole from me was entirely their fault, but that doesn't mean that I have no choice but to float aimlessly through life suffering the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune. I have agency. The only thing I can control is my own decisions. And I am capable of making decisions that will protect me from other people's misdeeds. It is not victim blaming to suggest that women not wander down a dark alley at night alone wearing a miniskirt. It is not victim blaming to suggest that people lock their cars in a public car park. And it is not victim blaming to suggest that, perhaps, a locked door would slow down a school shooter. Don't get the wrong idea, the gun control debate is also very much worth having. But what does that have to do with whether doors should be locked or not? Thank you for spending some time with a man with no shoes. Please like and subscribe if you got anything out of it, leave a comment if you have any thoughts worth sharing, and join me next week for a game of tug of war.